guys, what's up? So I know it's been a while, but I was waiting for somebody to hurry and upload another vlog. You know who you are. And if you're wondering why, hey look, new angle, messy desk. Just be glad you're not seeing all of my desk or all of my room, but my window. It's really bright outside, it's creating a really bad backlight, and I don't want you to just see silhouette Kimmy. Remember when I was gonna talk about every day how I learned something new? I didn't have school today, and I never learned anything new at school. No, instead what I wanted to talk about was, I have a rant set for you all, so if you don't like ranting, well, okay, might as well go watch something else now. But here's something I want to show you all. Look at this. And I apologize for never looking at the camera, but oh, whoa. This is Magical Notebook, okay? Me and Scarlett, who if you don't know, and you really should, are the two people doing videos on this channel, have decided to share a drawing notebook. I didn't okay this with her, and I guess I really should have, but too late. Oh, family's home. I accidentally hit the screen and now I don't know what's going on. I'm like bathed in this angelic light. Okay, whew, angelic light gone. Anyways, I'm back. Family got home. I don't like recording when my whole family is home because I don't want them to come in like, Timmy, what are you doing? In the middle of every video, and I don't want to be one of those vloggers who is screaming at their parents for being too loud. Not that I ever would, but just in case it happened, whenever people do that, it always seems really rude. Anyways, back to the notebook. And because I didn't okay this with Scarlett, I'm not going to show any of her art that's in it. I'm just going to give you a quick little preview of something in here that's mine. And I was going through here, and I'm like, I was going to show you the most recent thing I drew, but I'm like, I don't know how many people would be okay with a half-naked mermaid, so how about a dragon? Preview gone. Over. All done. So I wanted to talk about for a little bit one of my previous videos, not the one where I'm breaking into my room, the one before that where I talk about how artists are creepers. I don't know if you guys could tell, it's a little awkward the whole time I'm talking. It's really bad. I wrote the whole thing out, it was all scripted, and I'm like, oh, this will be good, then I can just look at whatever, and there won't be all these what am I going to talk about in awkward pauses, and it just turned out to be really bad. I will never be an actor, I can't read off a script or anything, it's terrible. Now that I go back and watch it, I'm like, I should just take that down. So I've decided from now on, for all my videos, I'm just going to have some random topic. And hopefully I can talk long enough about it that it'll fill a video up, because then there was also that other thing about the script is that because I was reading to a script there were no tangents to go off on, and the video only ended up being like 3 minutes long. So for today's topic, like I said before, I have a rant. I'm actually going to do a little rant talk about video games, and if you saw Scarlett's last video, it also was talking about video games, so if you're tired of video games, too bad. Speaking of video games, I just applied at GameStop, and you guys should keep your fingers crossed that I get that job. It is the only job I have applied for that I actually want. And I'm actually going to go in and bug them today. I only turned in my application on Thursday, today's Saturday, and I'm like, oh, too early to bug you guys about that, and hopefully if I bug them so much they'll just hire me instead of going, oh my god, this girl's so annoying, we're never going to want to work with her. So, fingers crossed, guys. So I guess to start the rant, first I have to start with the story. It's another econ story. It's not about how really cool this guy's need was to draw this time. It's about, we do group projects a lot. Oh man, tangent coming. I hate group projects. If it's in a class where I don't know anyone, and it's a college class, I don't know anyone. I just hate getting the whole group dynamic, and you get in and work, and it's just awkward silence because nobody knows what to say. Thankfully, our group finally did come up with some stuff to say. We were talking about how terrible, or actually, first it started with Batman. We're talking about the Batman movie, and I'm like, everyone needs to shut up, because I haven't seen it yet. And I still haven't seen the third Batman movie, so shushy. No, I haven't seen it. And they're like, wow, you live a sheltered life. And then we got on, it went from comic book movies to video game movies. And I'm like, yeah, and we're like, ah, Street Fighter movie sucked, and then I was saying, hey, you know, they kept saying we were gonna get a Halo movie, and then, you know, all we got were the dumb Halo, Legends? I think that's what it's called. I hate it so much I don't even know what they're called. They are awful, and that's what I was talking about. And I am the only girl in my econ group, and all the guys are like, wow, you know a lot about video games. And I'm like, that's because I play them. Oh, it was like dead silence for a few seconds around the group, and they're like, you play video games? And I'm like, yes? And they're like, but you don't look like a nerd. And I'm like, thank you? And then they're, so we can talk to you about Assassin's Creed and things? And I'm like, yes. Maybe I hang out with really socially liberal people, or I hang out in socially liberal places, but I didn't think it was still a surprise, or surprising, to find out that girls played video games. I mean, it's nearly, gamers are nearly 50% guys, 50% girls. It's so close, you know. It still is mostly guys, but I mean, it's not even by that much anymore, so whenever people are surprised to hear that I play video games, I'm surprised that they're surprised. Like, why is it that surprising? Video games are fun. It's like an interactive storybook. Okay, I get to run around, I can cast spells, I can sword fight, I can shoot guns, I can jump 1,000,000 feet, I mean, I can do all kinds of things. It's just fun! So when people are always surprised, it's, I don't know. Yeah, I'm a girl. Yeah, I play video games. Hello. Nice to meet you. I don't know, I guess I don't understand what there is all to be surprised about. I mean, it's like, this just in, breaking news. Yes, you can enjoy video games and have a vagina. Okay? It's not a big deal to be a girl that likes video games, but everybody's gotta make it out to be a big deal. Like, if you're, like, even other girls are like, eh, video games? You mean like that Call of Duty stuff? And I'm like, okay, can we all just, guys, everyone can enjoy video games, and it doesn't have to be a big deal. But anyways, then for the rest of the day, we talked about video games, and I was part of the conversation, and it was no longer surprising. And our little conversation, like, got carried off into the other groups, and the guys in the other groups all started talking about video games. And eventually they dragged away one of our group members into their conversation, and they were talking about Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. And one guy was all like, oh yeah, you know the part we have to go through, like, the maze and stuff to get the fire arrows? And of course I overhear this. And having played Ocarina of Time, I was like, that's not where you get the fire arrows. So I turned around, and I was going to correct him, but as I turned around, I caught an eye of a girl in that group who just looked at me, and she shook her head like, guys, I know, that's all they want to talk about is video games. And I just looked at her like, don't include me in your not video game world. And I jumped into the guy's conversation. I'm like, no, actually you get the fire arrows by, you know, remember at the lake, you shoot the arrow into the sun. And of course, because this was part of a new group's conversation, they had yet to be surprised by the fact that I had played video games, so then it happened all over again. All the guys in that group were like, oh, she has boobs and she knows about video games. Just fell back in my chair, but guys, come on. I don't know. Maybe it's just, I just think the surprise reaction is a little ridiculous. Maybe it's not, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe it's still not a huge thing for girls to play video games. I mean, it still is a huge thing. I don't know. Should I be this insulted? I'm a little insulted. Just a little. I don't know. Well, that's all I really wanted to talk about. I'm gonna let you know next video, I actually have a whole thing that I want to talk about K-pop. Oh yeah, you know, Oppa Gangnam Style. No, not just that. Just the rest of the world of K-pop and everything, because I really do like K-pop before Oppa Gangnam Style became a really huge thing, so if you guys don't want to hear that, I'm just gonna clue you in, that's my next video. Alright, see ya!
Okay, I don't even care if the lighting's bad. I just got out of GameStop, bugging them about my application. I got pulled in the back. had my whole interview and I go in for training on Friday. Yeah, even if it's only seasonal employment for the holidays, man, I don't care. That means I can come back in and apply for when positions open, and man, they're like, hey, that Kim girl, she worked here. Anyway, you can't tell, I'm talking really fast. I'm super excited. I'm gonna be working at GameStop? Fabulous. Okay, see you guys later.